I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver the number 35, stand up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DXR. That's right, tonight is Tuesday night, and we are at Daytona Rallycross with 22 laps for the feature. But before we get started with that, we are going to have heat races. That's right, 4 drivers head-to-head are going to be racing against each other in heats for positioning. After that's done, we are going to hit the track and go from there. With that being said, there are some caveats these drivers need to be aware of on the track. So, those little blue bumpers, we're calling them turtles out there, the little blue turtles, you're only allowed to run over 2 of those per lap. If a driver runs over 3 turtles, that is going to be a fine I'm going to pay to PETA, and it's not going to go over well. So I'm going to be deducting drivers for points on that. We're also going to go by our standard road course and rallycross rules in the sense of over half the truck if over half the truck is if the truck is over the race line and it's over half the truck, that is also a point deduction. Other than that, racing is normal, so we'll see what happens. And oh yeah, and these guys do have 2 jokers they have to complete. They will have to race those in the heat. Hopefully they're aware of that. I believe they are. But with that being said, we should have a pretty decent turnout tonight. Looks like we have 13 drivers. That's going to be Cameron Peterson, Josh Edmondson, Connor Berry, Tyson Miller, Luke Canup, Nick Nickerson, Trenton Briley, Alan Dobbs, Mikey Lawrence, and Ashton Perfect, Brody Graham, Hernan Corella, and also Brian Osborne. Looks like Nick Nickerson running an all-black paint scheme tonight. A lot of these drivers actually coming off driving in the it's the Lucas Oil official series. So let's actually bring some of them in and talk to them a little bit. All right, so in the booth with me are 2 racers that were racing this weekend, Connor Berry and Luke Canup. How'd the weekend go for you guys?
What's up, guys? The race went pretty good. Came home with a first and a second. So yeah.
I had the speed in qualifying. I was 3rd both days, and then just kind of lost it in the race. I got 2 5ths and a 6th, but not bad.
How's the weather out in Wheatland?
It was
Humid.
very hot. Yeah.
Oh,
The
really?
last day was the worst
But
day.
there was no rain, so that was good.
Yeah, for the first time.
Oh man, I'm more of a if it's humid, it has to rain kind of guy.
It was gonna rain the last day, I thought.
Yeah. It was cloudy.
Yeah.
Very cloudy.
All
Me
right,
and
looks
Connor
like
had our shocks the best though in the whoops.
what happened?
Me and Connor had our shocks the best in the whoops.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, guys, looks like we're getting ready for the heat races. So why don't you guys go ahead and sit down and get ready to race, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the podium circle.
Oh yeah. I hope I can win this.
Good luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first heat race is going to be Trenton Briley, Cameron Peterson, Mikey Lawrence, and Brody Graham. That's going to be a good run. Trent Briley looks like he's going to be on the inside, Cameron Peterson on his outside, and then right behind him, Mikey Lawrence and Brody Graham. And here we go. We are green. Trenton Briley takes off. Cameron Peterson. These guys are neck and neck right now. Looks like Mikey Lawrence had a great restart. Trenton's going to have to fall back a little bit. Cameron Peterson taking the lead. Mikey Lawrence hot on his tail. Entering into the jump. Cameron Peterson with a solid lead coming out of that little dirt chicane area right there as we run into the little bit of a right-handed hairpin. Looks like Mikey with a nice clean entrance and exit. Cameron is hauling ass down the road. Now this is something that I was having an issue with during practice, and I was trying to get down, but it was definitely becoming a little bit harder to do, was when you come into that turn one, slowing down and taking out without your tires, chirping on you is so hard to do, and Cameron hits that just dead on. Mikey Lawrence, trying to reel him back in, but his back end just whips out and hits that barrier. Ouch, that is going to definitely ruin his race tonight for the heat. All right, looks like Mikey Lawrence is still going to stay to his normal racing line. Cameron Peterson getting ready for that one to go. Ooh, pulls the e-brake right there. Whips it around the corner. Nice control. Looks like Trenton Briley is out of the race. Cam hitting the Joker, and Mikey Lawrence hot on his tail. There we go. That is a smart move. Save it for the end. Try and get it back for those last runs. Looks like Mikey Lawrence running a 45.140. Cameron Peterson just 3 seconds ahead of him. Still able just to get a ways back and kicking out as we get ready to go across the back straight and get ready for the finish. Cameron Peterson goes for the second Joker. Mikey should also have one in the bag. And there we go. Across the finish, Cameron Peterson takes first place. Second is going to go to Mikey Lawrence. And third, Trenton Briley. All right, ladies and gentlemen, heat number 2 is going to be Nick Nickerson, Luke Knupp, and looks like Hernan Perella out on the track. And here we go. Green flag's out. No one jumps to start. Hernan, losing losing a little bit as he entered out there. Clean entrance by Luke Knupp. Nick Nickerson trying to keep it on behind him. Luke clipping the turtle just a little bit, but super clean entrance into that jump. That's what you want to see out there. Nick Nickerson hot on his tail, not wanting him to run away. We're looking at Luke Knupp finishing with a 43.025, and Nick Nickerson, losing position to Hernan right there. What happened? It looks like he spun his back end out coming out of that corner. Nick Nickerson trying to get some speed back, decides to take the Joker. It looks like, and there we go. Gets around Hernan. And Hernan is hot on his tail right now as they go across the jump and into the dirt section. Oh, Nick clips a turtle and rolls. That is going to ruin his race for him tonight. Ouch. You got to be careful. Those turtles will not be nice to you. Luke Knupp making a run away with it right now. It looks like he is the one that's going to be sitting P1. Nick, I think, is also attempting to still flip his car. But there we go. Another clean entrance. Cross the jump. Into the dirt section. Clips the turtle. Got to watch this one right here. This one will definitely lift you. Down the straight, getting ready for the one to go. Is he going to take his jokers? Hopefully he remembered, because that is important. If he skips it, he's going to get black flagged, and that's going to... Oh, there we go. Luke takes the joker. Good entrance. We'll see if Hernan also does the same, because I believe he has not taken a joker. Smart move. Luke still with one joker left in the bag. He's going to have to take that again as he comes down the straight. And we'll ride along as he goes into the joker. You got to keep that line as clean as possible. And boom, finishes. Luke Knupp taking first, second going to Hernan, and Nick Nickerson taking third. Now for heat number 3. Looks like Nick is trying to complete his lap. And there we go. All right, heat number 3, Alan Dobbs, Josh Edmondson, and Brian Osborne. All right, ladies and gentlemen, heat number 3 is about to take way. 4 laps to go for these guys. 2 jokers. Who's going to take the checkered flag? And we are green. Ooh, slow launch by all the drivers. Looks like Josh Edmondson takes the lead. Alan Dobbs on the inside, I believe. Yep. Oh, contact. And Brian Osborne decides to take the dirt. Alan Dobbs trying to play some defense up in front. Josh hot on his tail. Cross the jump. Oh, and he recovers. Alan Dobbs getting caught up on that turtle. Bounces him over. It's going to open up for Brian Osborne and Josh Edmondson as they come into the hairpin. Can he slow it down? No. Brian Osborne overshoots. It's going to go to Josh Edmondson up in the lead. And Josh is running away with it. Look at him go. Question is, oh, Brian deciding to take the joker. That might be to his advantage if he can leave with a clean exit. Trying to close that gap in front of him with Josh Edmondson. Kicks it out a little bit. Oh, clips the rail. Alan Dobbs is now going to be able to go around him, but it looks like Brian Osborne has a lot of damage to his engine, and that's going to send him to the pits. And here we go. Josh Edmondson with a strong lead. Alan Dobbs trying to run him down. And it looks like Brian Osborne just trying to lip it through. That hairpin is very tricky because you want to come in with enough speed to whip it around the corner, but not too hot, because the moment you hit that dirt section, your front tires don't want to really do much, and they tighten up and you just send you to the wall. You have to like pretty much unhook your back tires. Josh Edmondson missing the Joker. That is going to affect him in the long run and most likely give the lead to Alan Dobbs. That was a crucial moment that he just missed. Hopefully none of the other drivers miss that, because that is going to be a black flag on the completion of this heat. Hopefully Josh Edmondson goes for that Joker one more time, at least without 2 penalties on him. He should be okay. But if he misses it, again, that is definitely going to cause some problems. And there we go. Alan Dobbs lining up for it. Into the finish. Josh Edmondson crosses the line, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go to Alan Dobbs. Brian Osborne right behind him. And that is going to complete heat number 3 for tonight's race. Believe we have one more heat left. That's correct. Connor Berry, Ashton Perfect, and Tyson Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, the green flag's out for heat number 4. Ashton Perfect with a little bit of a stuttering. Tyson Miller able to get out ahead. Connor on the inside. Ashton is all over the place right now, trying to find his sea legs apparently. Ooh, a little bit of a rough entrance for a Connor Berry there, but looks like he recovered really well. Oh, Tyson Miller and him both lifting it. A little bit of a hot exit out of that hairpin as he comes down the back straight. Tyson Miller hot on his tail. Ashton Perfect also looks like he's going to go ahead and take the Joker. There we go. And Tyson Miller, with some speed behind him, is reeling Connor Berry back into the track. He does not want to let him go. Ooh, inches away from that rail. Connor Berry going for his first Joker. Tyson Miller deciding to stay out, save his last 2 Jokers for the end. Connor Berry with a solid lead up in front. Oh, Tyson Miller overshooting and sending it to the wall. That, you got to be careful of those turtles, man. They'll flip you. And that is probably going to give Ashton Perfect the opportunity he needs to slide into second place. Looks like Tyson Miller had to reset. So he is definitely going to be finishing behind Connor Berry and Ashton Perfect. Come on, Connor. Keep it on the track, man. Speed is everything, but not when you are off the track. Overshoots. This might open up for Ashton Perfect if he can catch up. Where is he? Oh, looks like Ashton also having some issues there. Into the finishing lap. Connor Berry doing a burnout through the Joker and finishes in first. Ashton Perfect right behind him. Going to go ahead and take second. Looks like Tyson coming out to the track after being towed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the heats are over. Everyone is being slotted into their finishing positions. And wow, what an upset. Check this out. So, our lineup for the race tonight is going to be Mikey Lawrence, Luke Knupp, Alan Dobbs, Connor Berry, Cameron Peterson, Hernan Corella, Josh Edmondson, Ashton Perfect, Trenton Briley, Nick Nickerson, Brian Osborne, Tyson Miller, and Brody Graham. That is definitely something you don't see every day. So this is going to be interesting to see Cameron Peterson have to race his way up through the pack. Everyone is just waiting on Brody Graham, but we should all be gridded up. 22 laps. Comp caution at the end of lap 10. Let's see what they can do. Green flag's out. This is going to be the hardest lap for a lot of the drivers as they hit the course. Turn 1 is going to get hairy. There's a lot of cars and not much room for these guys to find their position as they are racing side by side. Look at that, the 22 and the 86. Oh, Trent Briley getting caught up in that wall. Alan Dobbs and Josh Edmondson up in front. Oh, sorry, Alan Dobbs fighting with Nick Nickerson. Top 4 pack, running away with it. Sorry, getting caught up in the action just a tad bit. Cameron Peterson up in the front now. Mikey Lawrence right behind him. And Luke Knupp hot on their tails with Josh Edmondson in the rear. Clean entrance there by Luke Knupp, getting side by side with Mikey Lawrence. As they go through the dirt section of the track. Definitely got to be slow and low, but looks like Cam with the speed making it out up front. Luke Knupp able to get around Mikey Lawrence. And I am seeing a battle between Trenton Briley and Connor Berry. At least I thought I saw a battle. Trenton hitting the binders and is taking the Joker to get some speed. And look at that. Nice solid move. He's going to go side by side with the 22. 3 wide. Clean entrance around these guys. Look at that battle. Connor Berry and Alan Dobbs trying to get their position back. Ooh, rough entrance into that hairpin. All right, folks, let's go check up front. Josh Edmondson able to work his way up past Mikey Lawrence, racing down Luke Knupp right now. You guys can see how much they have to wheel these trucks just to get them to go in the right direction. Cameron Peterson with a clean run up in the front. Luke Knupp behind him. Josh Edmondson trying to race down Luke Knupp. Mikey Lawrence trying to stay with the pack. And we have a battle in the back. Alan Dobbs, Trenton Briley, Connor Berry, and Tyson Miller. Those 4 guys have been going at it this whole race. Connor Berry getting a little rough with Trenton Briley, but able to get past him. He's going to go side by side with Alan Dobbs. Pushes him over the bump. Alan cuts into the jump. You have to be a little tactful there, trying to get around these guys. Especially when you have 4 guys battling for the same position right now. Looks like Trenton back end just getting a little loose. Alan giving him a nudge in the right direction. Oh, Tyson giving Alan a push. That's going to go ahead and kick out Trenton, but Trenton recovers very cleanly, and Tyson makes a run in front of Alan Dobbs. Alan Dobbs sending it into that corner, giving a door to Tyson Miller. This is a battle in the back right now. These 4 guys have been trading blows left and right, and I don't think they're happy about it. Oh, Tyson Miller getting jumped around by Connor Berry. Trenton Briley able to stay away in the front. Let's go ahead and check back up with the front of the pack as Josh Edmondson has gotten around Luke Knupp. Cameron Peterson is nowhere to be seen right now. With a, oh my gosh. Cameron's with, he's got almost an 8-second lead on these drivers. There was so much battling in that for second, third, and fourth that he was able to put on such a distance between these guys. Right now, looks like his times aren't that different. Cameron Peterson's running, last lap was a 47.223, and Josh Edmondson ran a 47.852. And some still more battling in the back. I can hear it. Nick Nickerson still trying to stay in front of these guys to stay alive. Connor Berry, Tyson Miller, and looks like the 54 Brian Osborne still alive. Alan Dobbs rolled all the way back with Hernan Corella. And we are on lap 8. Up in front, looking up, still trying to run down Josh Edmondson. Cameron Peterson clocked out of this race. But in 2 more laps, they're going to have to restack and go at it again. So he's going to have to clock back in, and he's going to have to defend his title. Mikey Lawrence hanging on to third, or hanging on to fourth as best he can. Nick Nickerson right behind him. Let's go ahead and check into the guys that were battling out. Looks like Trenton Briley still alive. Tyson Miller still kicking. Brian Osborne and Alan Dobbs also on the track. All right, Cameron Peterson clicking over that lap 10. This is it. Before the comp caution, he's got to complete it. Getting ready for the hairpin corner. Nice clean turn. Good entrance. Back end doesn't kick out too much. Gets close to that corner. Looks like he bumped it, but nothing really happened there. Probably just scraped it just a tad bit. And we shoot down the line. Cameron Peterson crosses the finish line, and that is going to be it for the first half of the race. Let's go ahead and get these guys packed up. All right, and we are back live. Sorry about that. A couple guys didn't have mics, so we had to find someone to do the restart for us. And turn one is going to get a little hairy now. Looks like still a clean entrance for a lot of these drivers. Trenton Briley looking to get on the inside. Oh, he clipped that turtle. It could not hit the brakes fast enough and then gets into the back of Nick Nickerson and Mikey Lawrence. Looks like Josh Edmondson going to go ahead and take that Joker lap. Nick with a nice entrance into that corner gets in front of Trenton Briley, but Mikey overshoots and shoots out wide. Up in front, Josh Edmondson has the lead in front of Cam Peterson as he tries to run him down. Can Josh play enough defense to keep him away? Every corner has to be almost perfect. Josh doing a good job trying to pinch Cam off into that corner. Looks like he wanted to go for the inside and then decides to close the door just a tad bit. Josh going for a second Joker, trying to put that gap on Cameron Peterson. Oh, boy. Looks like the number 54, Brian Osborne, also taking the Joker. Trenton getting into the rear. Brian Osborne pretty heavy there. Needs to get on his brakes. Looks like he all gas, no brakes tonight. Oh! Brian clips the back end of the wall, kicks Trenton around. Oof. That's a bummer. One second, folks. Cameron Pearson still trying to run down Josh Edmondson. Mikey Lawrence with Nick Nickerson in front of him. Tyson Miller in fourth, Luke Knupp in third. With both of those jokers done, Josh Edmondson has a great lead, but he is definitely having to fend off Cameron Peterson even after throwing those two. Cam's already caught back up to him with a 0.7 of a distance, pretty much 2 car lengths, and that's tough. That's real tough. Looking up, clipping the turtle, popping up. That's going to give Nick Nickerson a great run out of that corner. Gets onto the outside. Oh, Luke clips the rail. Pushing Nick out just a tad bit as they go side by side right now. Looks like Nick Nickerson taking the joker. And Josh Edmondson having to fend off Cam Peterson as he bounces around after that jump. Gives him a little bit of a bump. Oh no, overshot the hairpin and rushes to close the door in on him. Look at him go. Oh, and it looks like we have another driver spun around. Looks like Alan Dobbs out on the track. Luke Knupp and Nick Nickerson back to back right now. Looks like Luke Knupp taking his first joker. Josh Edmondson, oh, getting on that turtle, pops him up. Every single time that opening is just, it's right there and you see him just dive in. He tries to close it as fast as possible. Oh, that is some comedy. Luke Knupp looks like he was able to get a run away from Nick Nickerson. And I believe both of them have used up all their jokers. But we'll see what happens. Four laps to go. Josh Edmondson. Cameron Peterson around Josh Edmondson now. Gonna have to jump over to that. A battle for first. I believe Cam probably dropped his joker. That lead looks like someone just took a joker lap. 4 laps to go. And Luke Knupp is running Josh Edmondson down. Look at him go. Very fast entrance into that corner, but look at the exit. Almost as fast. Riding off Luke Knupp right now with 3 laps to go as he tries to run down Josh Edmondson. Looks like he is on point for a lot of his corners. And clean entrance, recorrected himself back in, kicks out a little bit, loses some speed there, but is definitely within the running to catch him up these last 2 laps. Tyson Miller gets around Nick Nickerson, but can Nick have a rebuttal for him? Looks like he's catching up to him. Exiting the dirt, getting ready for that hairpin. Nick goes to the inside. Oh, catches the rail. But that looks like that might have been foul. Oh, gives him another bump, trying to beat him to that corner. Tyson Miller using a Josh Edmondson move right there, just swinging out wide and then diving in on that corner to close that door as soon as possible. And we are on the final lap. Cameron Peterson in the lead. Josh Edmondson right behind him and already putting down a 4-second. Wow. How does he do that? We looked away for 4 laps, and each lap it looks like he's putting down 1 whole second on these drivers, and we're looking at his times, and it's enough, but it's still pretty, like, it's not that much different. We're, you know, his lap was a 46.475 for his best. Josh Edmondson threw down the last lap of 46.586, but here we go. He's been taking the jokers. That's where the difference is coming from. Into the finish, Cameron Peterson takes the checkered flag. Josh Edmondson right behind him, and Luke Knupp taking third. What a run for those guys. That was a little insane. I did not have any admins for this race, so I apologize to anyone that was racing tonight that had any issues out on the track. I know there was a couple things. I'm going to have to deal with it afterwards. But for everyone out there that drove as clean as possible, good job out there. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And to our winners, Cameron Peterson, Josh Edmondson, and Luke Knupp, way to go. You survived. Looks like they're going for a photo finish there. All right, let's get these guys in the booth. So for tonight's race, Cameron Peterson is first, Josh Edmondson takes second, Luke Knupp in third, Tyson Miller in fourth, Nick Nickerson in fifth, Mikey Lawrence in sixth, Hernan Corella in seventh, Alan Dobbs in eighth, Bryson Osborne in ninth, and Trenton Briley takes 10th. Ladies and gentlemen, our third place finisher, the number 77, Luke Knupp. Luke, it looks like you had a little bit of a rough weekend, but you get to come back with a podium on Tuesday.
Yeah, not bad. Definitely didn't have the speed for Josh or Cameron, but we got it done.
I felt like you did have the speed for Josh. You were faster on a couple of the corners. I think you just got hung up after that jump. It was just you were coming out of that jump too hot, and it threw you out a little too wide.
Yeah, I definitely thought I had the chance after I saw Josh spun out. I don't know what happened up there, but looked like they both checked up, and I was like, oh, what happened there?
They're trying to dodge some turtles.
Ah! Those turtles are sketchy.
I know, man. We've already had 4 victims popped up and rolled over.
Yeah,
I told you guys, don't touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, good run. I saw you going toe-to-toe with Nick, and then you threw out that Joker lap, and that's really what you needed to kind of separate yourself from them.
Yeah, me and Nick were going side by side, and I was like, I'm not letting you have this one.
Yeah, and you did a great job closing that door on him as he, is that you, or, oh no, I take that back. That was Tyson that closed the door on him coming across the back. But still, no, great racing with him, and way to keep that lead in front of him.
Yeah, thank you. Just was super fun. I actually really like the Pro2s at these style tracks with the asphalt and then switching to dirt. It's a blast, and it definitely takes a skilled driver.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much they go from like your back end kicking out, driving loose, and then instantly driving tight. You're like, whoa, I can't turn.
Like, you would think in the dirt you'd be super tight or super loose, but it's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
You get pretty tight in the dirt.
Yeah, it just drives you up on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, the marbles do help quite a bit.
And those turtles.
They do. They they definitely can either ruin or make a race.
Backfire on you. Yeah.
But still, some great racing out there. Do you have any sponsors or anyone that supports you that you want to shout out?
Yeah, Ultra Wheels, Lethal Esports, believe in me and letting me rip on the team. Darren for being a great team owner, and Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Connor for being a great spotter in the second half after he blew up. After some bad racing etiquette, as someone said. Just everyone else, thank you.
You got it, man. Thank you for coming out. I honestly appreciate you guys driving out here. It's a lot of fun to have some real-life drivers out on the track and definitely giving feedback, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, thank you for putting it on.
No problem, man. Well, with that being said, I'll see you in general after the race.
Thank you.
You got it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the music being loud. That's what happens when I don't have admins. I get overwhelmed by other things, but let's not take away from the second place finish of Josh Edmondson. All right, I missed you spinning out there, or I thought Cam took a joker lap on you, but apparently you spun. What happened?
Yeah, I went a little too far on the jump and hit the front end down and spun it. It's something you can easily do there, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think I maybe bent something a little bit in the front end too, but yeah, Cam obviously still had his two jokers, so
yeah,
it really didn't matter, you know.
Well, you could always do the dirty trick of driving on the inside down that straight and then lifting a little bit and not letting him take that joker. I've yet to see someone do that, and I'm waiting for someone to play dirty, because I think that's the only way you're gonna get Cam knocked out right now.
Yeah,
is you gotta
something like that.
You gotta do a little bit of a dirty trick and make him take a black.
I was hoping first lap on the restart he didn't take the joker, and I did. I was hoping somebody else would take it with me and put some cars in between us and you know, cause some havoc.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one, because I think I don't know if this one allows you to take a first lap joker. It doesn't.
No,
it?
yeah, not the very first lap.
But the
on
second,
the restart, no. Yeah.
I was about to say.
I took it the first lap after the comp caution that I could anyway. And I was hoping like Luke or somebody was going to follow me through it, so they get in front of him too, and then hopefully cause some
defense.
But, yeah, and didn't quite work out. But no, it's a fun track in those trucks. It's really hard actually. A couple spots are really challenging.
Yeah, they're extremely challenging. At least because you're going from such a loose driving style to then instantly tight, and you have to use pretty much a little bit of a gear changing. And I apologize for the setup. I set it up myself. I did have Cam give me some pointers, but I was the one that built it.
Yeah, no, that's cool though. It's fixed racing. Everybody's got to drive the same thing. So
yeah,
cool.
So it was definitely a little short on the gears. I tried to make it as long as possible, but I wanted it to at least have some really good acceleration on some of those corners and make you guys have to deal with the throttle control. But it was a lot of fun to watch you guys go back and forth. Something that I'm going to change up coming into season 2, which should help out a little bit, for at least for the jokers, is halfway points count. So we'll have a halfway point position, so it might be advantageous to take that joker lap before the comp caution.
Yep. Actually, be a reason to take it. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So throw a little wrench in there for you guys.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be cool.
So great job out there, man. Anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, you guys for putting this on. Then of course all the guys I practice with, Cam, Tyson, those guys. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys coming out here and helping. And like I said, Luke, it's always nice to have some motorsports guys always giving tips and advice. Definitely could use it out here. And we'll see you guys next week.
Good, man.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher, the number 48, Cameron Peterson. I believe like I'm having deja vu right now. I don't know if reality is real, but 5 times. Wow. Oh no, 4 times. This is the 4th finish. Do I have that
Might
right?
be 5.
No, it is. No, it's 4 because we have 2 more races.
All right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way.
You've got me confused. Whatever it is, great job. I was really hoping Josh would keep that lead around you, but he had to use those jokers to get that lead, and then it ended up being kind of tough because he blew the jokers, and then you just had you had those waiting, and then he also spun out. So a good battle.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's always fun racing with Josh. Every time we're together, it's there's always a bit of a bump and a bang, but we're never spinning each other out. We're always laughing about what happens afterwards. So it's always good to race with him for sure. And it was definitely about consistency tonight, not just speed. You can really mess up going over the jump or overshooting the turn on the very start of the race, because we started with a fresh track. It was pretty slippery in the dirt. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah.
And I had to change my pace going into the corner like quite a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much that on that fresh track, your car doesn't want to turn at all. It's really, you're using a little bit of your brake and kind of the gearing to get you around it.
Yeah, even when you are sideways, you're still sliding. You know, you're about 2 seconds a lap slower compared to like the perfect track. So it's a lot. It's a big change of pace. It's like an entirely different track.
It really is. And then something I wanted to talk about, and it just slipped my mind. I believe, oh man, I'm gonna have to come back to it. Darn it, what happened between you and Josh? Did he just end up clipping the rail?
When I passed him.
He said he spun around.
Oh yeah, I think he just landed funky off the jump.
Oh, okay.
And didn't quite save it. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I couldn't see him. He was over the jump, and I was still at the ramp. So I couldn't see exactly what he did, but that's my guess. I'd have to go back and watch the replay.
Oh, okay.
Or anything. So
that reminds me. That's what I was gonna ask. Coming out of that hairpin turn into the dirt, you had a faster line than Josh did, and you kept it nice and tight. But Josh would race you to that corner and close the door on you. How aggravating was that?
It's not. It's just it's just, I don't know, it's expected, because as soon as I do that, I know that's gonna happen. So if I can just get beside him and just kind of rattle the chains, it doesn't matter if it's Josh or anyone else. That's what I want to do, is just get beside them and make them think harder than they have to. So that was the strategy there, is just just get beside them, and whatever happens.
Yeah. Well, man, you had a good run out there. Great victory. And then looks like, I believe we're going to be going to, let me look at the schedule coming up for next week. We'll be going to, looks like the Tsukuba, I always mess it up, the Tsukuba circuit, 2000 short. Oh, Tsukuba. You're right. It's Tsukuba. I apologize for all the Japanese people.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. That's one of my favorite tracks not just on iRacing, but like any game growing up. That was one of my favorite tracks, like in like Gran Turismo and stuff. So
yeah, that track has a nice 2 long runs. So I believe it's got a nice sweeping right hand turn, and then kind of a nice little chicane area too.
Yeah, it's got a bit of everything.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And these trucks they're a blast to drive there. It doesn't matter what setup you're driving or who you're driving against. It's always fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, man.
It's going to be another good race, I think.
Well, we'll see what happens. And with that, congratulations on your first place, and I'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, man.
Oh, wait, I didn't give you a chance to shout out your sponsors. I apologize for that.
That's all good, thanks.
Go ahead.
Before the sponsors, I want to thank you again for putting on the broadcast, and all the guys that are racing in this league. They're a good bunch of guys, and they race hard and clean, and it's good to see. It's kind of breath of fresh air in some respects, so happy to see that happen. And thanks to Jim Bieber Esports, as always. Phenomenal team, always pushing me to do my best, always raising the bar. Expectations are always high, and it makes me want to do my best, and I like that a lot. So hats off to them and their sponsors: General Tire, Polaris Razor, Vision Wheel, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish, GSP, XDV Axles, Gibson Performance Exhaust, Acronis, and Sant Racing Fabrication. Thanks to those guys.
Awesome, man. Well, glad to have you out here, and I hope you have a good week.
Thanks, Randall. You too.
You too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to end it for tonight's broadcast. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Looks like it was a little bit of rough pushing in the back, so I'll have to deal with that in the background. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our broadcast sponsors. That's going to be Critical at Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. And tonight has been a Death by Moose Media broadcast showing you DXR rallycross and road racing with the Pro2 trucks. So with that being said, I will see you guys on this weekend. We have still an off week for Irish Short Course, but the schedule's out, so we'll be going live, I believe, in 2 weeks or 1 week. I got to double check on the schedule. But with that, I hope everyone has a good night, and see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and enjoy the racing.